Well, I'm joined this morning by David Snowden of Agronomic Services. And those people who know David will know that he's a font of knowledge, he's a font of advice. So this morning, we're just hoping to tap into a little bit of that and have a chat about how things have been. So good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning, Scott. Really well, thank you very much. And happy to see a friendly face.
Now, over the last year, it's been a strange old year, but you've visited an awful lot of golf clubs. What has there been a common thread to the issues you've been dealing with when you visited those clubs?
Yes, there has been. Obviously 2020, for a number of different reasons, has been challenging. Golf courses, by their nature, have to go through their maintenance program, and we discuss feed plans and programs and important dates at golf clubs. But most of them have certainly stood the test of time and managed their courses in reasonably good condition. The ones that I feel that carried on maintaining with good staff levels have come out of it far better. But I think, with the ones that have been put more effort into it have come out well.
That tallies with something I heard just recently. The fact that there's no clubhouse, there's no other element to the golf club going on, that is focused 100% on the quality of the golf course. So if you try and cut back in that, you're going to lose ground in some of the others. Now, you're well placed to ensure that your clients maximize the quality of their surfaces and the quality of the golf courses. Has there been diseases? Has there been certain issues that have been commonplace, given that there's been perhaps skeleton staffs trying to keep the golf courses ticking over?
Good question. Since golf courses that have managed themselves to a higher level have not got as much disease. However, the latter part of 2020 saw a huge influx of particularly fusarium, and even clubs that were on full fungicide programs still have got fusarium and other diseases, i.e. dollar spot, but mainly fusarium. I think quite a lot had to do with the maintenance that people were doing later on in the year at lockdown, a lot of coring and a lot of top dressing, which put the plant under increased stress without actual play. People that mow and roll their greens, by nature, that stimulates sort of phytohormones in the plant to defend itself. And if they were on lockdown and only maintaining the greens to a minimal standard, that in turn made the plants weaker, as far as I could see. Yeah, I think the nutritional side of things increased and have done well.
Now, we're all giving great plaudits to the scientists that have gone out there and found these vaccines for us, which will hopefully be the light at the end of the tunnel for us all later this year. But I know these scientists or their fellow scientists in our field have been equally successful and working equally hard to ensure that what we've got to help maintain those golf courses is there for the course managers, the turf managers. Can you just talk a little bit about the new initiatives and the new products that have come out recently?
Sure. Understand that fungicides, a little bit like your penicillins, there are fungicides on the market, and our market is getting squeezed with what fungicides can be used. And you know me from old, I rant on about plant health and preventative nutrition, and correct forms of true foliar nutrition will go an awful long way to ensuring the plants get what they want, when they want, in the right order. No one's disputing we need granulars, soil conditioners, etc. But true foliating, which is applying a small amount of the correct nutrient right ratio onto the leaf, makes a huge difference. And again, my love for Floratine products amongst our own products, but Floratine in particular, they have been pioneers for many years, but now have come forward and produced another set of NPK foliars, quite a range, that are stacked with specific elements that help the NPK product do its job even better. Rapid uptake, so the actual product gets into the plant inside 2 hours. There's a UV blocker built into the actual product that goes into the plant, protecting the plant. There's these antioxidants that when we are aging and we are free radicals like alcohol and cigarettes, those are free radicals, and we have antioxidants, whether it's broccoli or blueberries, whatever that might be. There are antioxidants and specialist sort of glycomics, they're called, which are translators of nutrition. So what Floratine have done, without going into too much scientific detail, they've stacked an NPK range and really supercharged it, which has pushed them another 5 to 7 years ahead of the sort of field as such within the industry. Not forgetting that most of our nutrition has originated from agriculture and horticulture. And there's only 1 or 2 companies in the world that manufacture their product line specifically for grass, and Floratine being one of them, which also led us on to, my other love, being a farmer, is Buy British. And we looked very carefully at supporting local industry, and we've manufactured at the same time a UK range of NPK and biostimulants, been extremely well received, and we've put them in the market for about 2 years now, and they've gone down extremely well, and they're manufactured and built in England, which is even better. So the combination of these specific types that we produce from Agronomics and Floratine has been able to give us a huge range of good products.
Now, I know you're also fairly hot on Thatch Control as well, and you can talk a little bit about that subject as well.
Again, thatch management is, I'll start again. In the UK in particular, there's an awful lot of rain, and over last year, speaking to a number of different colleagues, there was a percentage of over 35% more rain that we had last year at different varying times. So by that nature, when you haven't got enough aerobic microbes chomping away, breaking down organic matter, you have a situation where thatch will naturally build up. So do you either come in with a big tine and beat it up, or grade in it, and top dress a lot? That is one way of doing it. Don't forget, we are trying to get lots of golfers to come and play golf on a regular basis, and they don't want this disturbance to that degree, and it puts the grass under a huge amount of stress. Floratine's one part of it, and they produce a product called Thatch Buster, which is an enzyme, a bit like our flies. When they get hold of a bit of food, they can't eat it. They've got to break it down using enzymes. Floratine came up with an enzyme that's not bacteria-based. It's an enzyme that breaks down cellulose. We add that to our product Oxyrush NG, which is a soil conditioner, humic acid, Oxyrush, seaweed, etc., which is a whole package that naturally breaks down thatch from the base up, not top down, and use it as a food source. So you can use that through the summer months, from sort of May up through to October, naturally breaking down the thatch, and you end up with a food source and no disturbance. And that's proved extremely beneficial, particularly in 2020. And I can see that happening again over the next couple of years.
Wonderful. Now, how has the last 12 months been for agronomic services? I know you're always busy, but how's that? It's been a difficult year, but how have agronomic services come through it and planning for the future?
We've had a great year. We work with some great people, my distribution network across pretty much the world. We're in pretty much 16 countries. And so we supply an awful lot of advice and product range across the board. Scott, I see one of the biggest single problems is logistics. The world logistics system is screwed up, for a better word. I can get one pallet, 1,000 kilos of product to Asia in 3 weeks for £150. I can't get the same pallet to Europe for less than £500, and it takes 3 weeks. So the whole thing's getting screwed up. And yes, there's Brexit, and yes, there's COVID, and yes, long term we'll probably be better off. But the short term of logistical movement, of whether it's people on holiday or whether it's product, is going to be a very, very difficult project to manage in the next year.
Are you guys?
Agronomic have done very well.
You guys at Agronomic Services got a lot of experience behind you, and if there's a way of ensuring that product does get to your end customer as quickly and as easily as possible, I know you guys will find a way. David, thank you very much for a little bit of your time today. It's been great to see you. Hopefully next time we see each other, it'll be in the flesh and we can shake each other's hand. But until then, good luck with everything going forward.
We'll definitely have a time.
Thank
Thank you very much. And to everyone out there, keep going and communicate. That's the most important thing. Pick up the phone and speak to your friends about the different things you're going through. But all the best to everyone. And thank you very much, Scott.